Today we're going to go over TIBCO Transaction Insight with TIBCO LogLogic Log Management Intelligence version 6.1. First, a little bit about LogLogic. LogLogic is the industry-leading turnkey big data platform. LogLogic fulfills an important role for customers around the world, enabling them to collect, manage, and harness their log data. It can collect all kinds of log data from all different types of software and hardware devices, which now includes a number of TIBCO products, including but not limited to BW, BE, EMS, Active Spaces, AMX BPM, and others. LogLogic's ability to manage huge loads of streaming data is unparalleled. But more importantly, it's important to be able to harness the value of these data streams in a very fast and efficient way. Using our new unique algorithms, we can accomplish complex searches even faster than before, in some cases in even seconds instead of hours. So customers can rapidly resolve their IT operation issues, display data through new advanced dashboards, and much, much more. So as we get into this demonstration, we're going to go over how you can utilize LogLogic's new advanced features to do TIBCO transaction tracing. In this demo, we've set up Order Management Service using BW, Active Spaces, and BE, and EMS. This application essentially simulates an order management chain where data transactions occur across BW, Active Spaces, and BE, as well as EMS. In this demo, we will utilize Universal Collector to subscribe to the log files for each of these applications. Universal Collector is a lightweight agent that allows you to subscribe to log files, format them, tag them, and send them securely and reliably to an upstream LogLogic appliance. The configuration of Universal Collector is very easy and straightforward. You just define what the upstream LogLogic appliance should be and which log you want to subscribe to on this file system. You can then also tag it with a name string so that it's easier to be identified and digested by and consumed by the LogLogic appliance. So let's go ahead and take a look at the demo. So here is the LogLogic interface. This is the log source status page. You can see here that I've fed in Active Spaces, Business Events, Business Works, EMS, and several other types of other applications that are out there. But for this demo purposes, we're going to operate in our advanced features. So advanced features are advanced search. This is the advanced search interface. We also have advanced data models. Once we've set up Universal Collector to send the data to LogLogic, we went ahead and created data models for each of the applications. In this example here, we've got BE. Creating a data model is very easy and straightforward. You just provide the sample logs you'd like, create a parsing rule to extract and format the events, which then normalizes it into a common schema so that they can be easily searched and reported on. Once you have this data models, you can then construct queries using our advanced search. Throughout this demo, I'm going to be utilizing a feature we call blocks. Blocks is a saved query. Here you can see that this particular block for TIBCO Insight is going to basically search across Active Spaces, BE, and TIBCO BW, and it's looking for transaction data. So I'm going to go ahead and run this for the last hour. As you can see here, you're able to do time charting. Now you can see the normalized schema here. So this is the in-context view. So you can see the raw log as well as the extracted fields. We can switch to a table view. Now we can see the transactions. Transaction tracing becomes much easier and faster with our advanced feature sets. So all I did was I selected this particular transaction ID. It now filtered it automatically. You can see it across that Active Spaces BW. I could do things like group by. And now you can see it. Now we can see across all three applications. So each stage of the individual transaction. So you can do this with pretty much any type of data that you're capturing In this example here, I've created one that's doing the exact same thing, but in this case, we're looking for customer IDs. So again, I've executed my search. You can see it's very quick. It's extracted the data, and now I can do things and filter on my customer IDs. You can do more complex queries as well. So we'll take this example of looking for lags. So this is a complex query, and it's looking for transaction lags across each of the 3 products we had: ActiveSpaces, BW, and BE. So we'll go ahead and run that one. So you can see here that for each of these transaction IDs, we see the duration, and we can see when things fall off or things are really high. So you can kind of get more insight into what's happening across every point of the particular transaction. Also, in another example here, we can do duration. So again, yet another complex query where this is essentially tracking a particular transaction ID, the one that ends in 4335, and we want to see, how long the transaction is taking across each of the individual application phases. So in BW, you can see it's taking, 400 seconds, so on and so forth. So you can see that here at ActiveSpaces, it seems to spend the most time. So when you get this kind of insight, then you can kind of drill down into it and kind of look at that transaction in that particular phase or job in ActiveSpaces to find out, well, why is it taking so long? Is this intended, or is there some tweaking I need to do on the AS side? Additionally, we have the power of our new advanced dashboards, which, as you can see here, we can do things like BW engine actions. We can track the number of phone orders processed in an hour. We can see things across for BW process events and status. You can also track stuff from EMS as well. You can see things in the number of expired messages in a queue. You can track the BE engine activity time per customer ID. You can also do transaction execution, so for the top 10 daily longest transaction executions. The ease of use is very, very nice for the dashboards because you can use any of our query syntaxes that you use in the search UI. In this example here, this is an EQL, where in the previous examples in the search we've been using SQL. So again, all you need to do is once you've defined your search and you get the data that you want, back in the search page, you just take the same query and you copy it and you paste it into here, and you can then visualize that same exact query. Also, what LogLogic allows you to do is create alerts. So you can do alerts for things like BW errors. You could track things when, like an example, if EMS heartbeats are being missed. This will allow you to then surface a trap alert to a downstream SNMTP receiver, or you can send an email and/or both. So again, TIBCO LogLogic allows you to get more insight into your TIBCO data, and transaction tracing becomes very easy. You saw that I was able to move within the UI with little to no knowledge of the actual query syntax once I actually executed it when I started manipulating the data through the web UI. So that pretty much concludes our presentation today. So thank you.